Hello, everybody. Welcome to a tropical update here. This is a wide view of the Atlantic right now, and you can see really one main storm to watch here in the Atlantic at least. Hurricane Epsilon, which is weakened from its 115 mile per hour Category 3 major hurricane status as it passes safely away from Bermuda here. Fortunately, they only got tropical storm force winds from Epsilon. They didn't get the hurricane force winds because the hurricane force winds, of course, are constrained to that area around the eye, which is what we call the eye wall. It has those strongest winds there is what you're going to see with this particular storm. And again, a really large influence this storm has here. And also another area of interest to watch in the Caribbean here that has a slightly higher chance of formation than when I was talking to you the last update here. Let's take a look at it here, and it has a 10% chance of formation that the next 48 hours. Into the next 5 days, there's a low 30% chance of formation as it crosses over Cuba and eventually over the Bahamas here. So it probably gives them some scattered rainfall and showers as it passes over them. So there's something to watch here for potential development here. Again, nothing to freak out about, just something to keep an eye on here for those of you guys in the following areas where this tropical wave is going to be going over. And here's a wide view of the Atlantic again, this time looking at the water vapor imagery scope of things here. You can see still how large of an influence Epsilon has, albeit the storm is a lot weaker from its 115 mile per hour peak. Still has a big influence here over part of the open Atlantic here as it moves away from the Bahamas. I mean, not the Bahamas, as it moves away from Bermuda, I should say, actually, here. And then speaking of Epsilon, here's the latest forecast coming from the National Hurricane Center as of 11 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, Advisory 17. Center is currently located at 32.6 degrees north, 61.6 degrees west. Maximum sustained winds at 85 miles per hour, moving north-northwest at 9 miles per hour. Again, center is currently located at 32.6 degrees north, 61.6 degrees west. Maximum sustained winds 85 miles per hour, moving north-northwest at 9 miles per hour. And Hurricane Epsilon's forecast slightly intensify here, actually, into a 90 mile per hour Category 1 hurricane before eventually starting to weaken again and eventually turn into a hurricane force post-tropical cyclone here by about 8 p.m. Sunday as it races on off northeast away, fortunately away from Atlantic Canada here. And here's a closer look at infrared imagery of Hurricane Epsilon here, and you can see how the storm has been progressing over the past 3 hours here, and you can see it popped at an eye there for a little short time there in the satellite loop before being obscured again by some cloud cover going over the center of circulation here. And you can see a wider view here in this now colored version of the water vapor imagery here. And of course, you can see Bermuda there, the little pink dot there right there is Bermuda. And you can see the cyclone right here, Hurricane Epsilon, still turning in the open Atlantic right now. And you can see that really pronounced big westward rain band there from the storm. Looks like trying to fight off some of that dry air, trying to enter into the storm here from the west, as you can see in this kind of yellow color. That's dry, stable air, which is of course not good for tropical cyclone development or tropical cyclone strengthening here. That is trying to entrain itself into Epsilon, but of course you can see here this big rain band to its west here is trying to shield that off, at least for the moment, at this present moment. But of course we'll see how that progresses over the past 3 hours here. So it really, again, like I said in the last update, a really impressive tropical cyclone here, and probably one that's going to be studied for the years to come here. Just in terms of where this is happening, and this part of it's pretty rare to have a storm of this magnitude happening in this part of the Atlantic here in this time of the year. So I'm sure it's going to be studied for a long time here. Switching basins, however, we got another hurricane force storm, this time in the Western Pacific here. It's of course Typhoon 19W, also known as Saldel. We also got 98W, which has a low chance of formation, and we also got 93B, which also have a low chance of formation. But let's keep a focus here on Typhoon Saldel. You can see it's an 85 knot system, which is about 100 miles per hour. This makes it a low-end Category 1 typhoon here. As it continues on a westward track here, maybe going slightly south or west here. We'll see, of course, but it's again pretty much forecast to be peaking at this point in time. Forecast to be gradually weakening by the time it either makes landfall in Hainan or either in Vietnam. Looks like on the 25th or 24th, perhaps. And here's water vapor imagery of Typhoon, the Typhoon right now, and you can see just how it's progressed over the past 3 hours here. And the reason why I'm showing you water vapor is because if you see here on the bottom of your screen, at the bottom right of your screen, That's 90 degrees Celsius cloud tops here, so it's a pretty cold cloud tops firing over the center of circulation of this typhoon here. So if I were to show you the other rainbow loop, you'd see all you just see is just white all over the central dense overcast, the CDO, the storm. So it wouldn't really be a good thing to show you the structure per se of the typhoon. So again, still a serious typhoon here in matter at strength, but at this point, there's something to keep an eye on. Again, if you guys are in Vietnam or either in Hainan, just please keep an eye on this system here, and of course for your local officials, like the local officials, and then follow the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, and of course the Japan Meteorological Agency as well for official weather updates on this system. And again, another reminder of the Greek alphabet tropical cyclone names for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. You can already cross out Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, and now Epsilon. Next name up would be Zeta, and of course we reach Zeta, it'll be the furthest into the Greek alphabet an Atlantic season has ever gone, which of course was last tied by 2005 when we also reached Zeta in 2005. Of course, we passed Zeta and we enter Eta, then we would tie. We would tie 2005 in terms of total tropical cyclones, because in 2005 there's an unnamed tropical storm. But then it would also break 2005's record in terms of total named tropical cyclones. So a little interesting tidbit there you might find interesting. And that's going to be about it for this tropical update here. Let me see if there's actually any key messages for Epsilon here. And of course, you can stop the video right now and read this if you want to. And those are the key messages for Epsilon. And yeah, that's going to be about it for this tropical update here. So hopefully everybody has a great day now. Wherever you guys are, stay safe, of course. I have the links in the description below if you want to see what links that I used for this tropical update and get knowledge for yourself here. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability here if I can talk. And yep, that's going to be about it for this tropical update here. Stay safe, everybody. In summary, keep a close eye on Typhoon Saldel here in the South China Sea. For those of you guys in Hainan or in Vietnam, just keep a close eye on it. And Epsilon shouldn't be a threat for really anybody except any boaters or marine interests that happen to be in the immediate area of this storm, which there shouldn't be because this storm has a pretty large influence here. And again, it's going to be better for this tropical update here. And hope everybody has a great day or night wherever you guys are. Stay safe, of course. Until then, see you guys in the next video. Peace.